see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, he need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gonna murder that.
What's good, guys? Your boy Eru, diehard Eru in the place to be, diehard Knicks podcast. Gotta get some things off my chest about this preseason. First 3 games of the preseason. We're gonna wrap that up right now. I don't want to do a pod for every single game, but right now, after 3 games, we still have 2 more preseason games before the season starts, and we basically have everything set for the most part. You know, we'll get into that as time goes on too. There's also something else I just remembered I'm supposed to post about here, but I keep forgetting about it. But while I'm on it, you know, once I get towards the end, I'll see if I can post it just to show love to the particular content creator that wants me to help him out or whatever. But anyway, you know, Eru's in the place. Let's get busy. As you see, diehard Knicks podcast on the screen there. If you like that logo, you want to get some t-shirts or anything like that, diehardknicks.com. As always, you can find merch and stuff from that page. But anyway, you know, without further ado, before you get started, also, man, thumbs up and subscribe and all that stuff before we get busy. And Nudi's in the building. First one here. You got Korean Grant first, you know, one of the first people here, and also Coach Sear in the place, man. Yeah, man. So let's get started. Get this thing done really quick here. Right off the bat here, this is the first and last time I talk about this, man, because you know it seems to be a hot topic. You know, I made one little comment on it. I should have you know, I should have pointed out what I said. You know, but I'll click it in a second. But this is just you know, DiVincenzo having words with the Knicks bench. Now I just think this is the corniest thing I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was with the Knicks, there was no problems here when he was here. Like we have good memories of Donte DiVincenzo. You know what I'm saying? And once he came here, all the fans are ready to cheer him, you know, welcome him back and this, that, and the other. But he chose to use this. He chose to use violence with this. You know, I really don't understand where it comes from. Comes from out of nowhere. So my thing is, if you have problems with people on the Knicks management, handle that in the lab, fam. Don't wait till you get to the arena and start acting out. This is the dumb shit that Spreewell did back in the days when he came before we got rid of him. You know, he was cursing out the owner and stuff like that. This is stuff lames do. You know, losers. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he was here. He was a good Knick. So now we have this label on him. Now you're a fucking lame. You know, I just don't appreciate what he did here. If you got a problem with Tibbs and whatever, if you got a problem with Jalen Brunson's dad, you know, Rick Brunson, you know, handle that on the side. You know, don't wait till you get to a public place like this where everybody can see it and then you hash everything out like that. That's sucker shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So that puts this guy DiVincenzo in a whole different light because I thought he was tough. I thought he was a soldier. I thought he was a baller, basketball player, whatever. You know, but this guy is on some other shit. You know, so now I got him in a different category, man. So I hate to see it. I hate to see it, man. I just don't like that. If you got a problem with somebody, you got to say something to them. You know, say something to them. When you see them, don't wait till you get into a public place and you got eyes on you. Everybody's watching. You know, cameras on. You know, they're gonna pick up the audio and stuff like that. You're trying to make a spectacle out of it. You know, so Donte DiVincenzo. I don't want to say F DiVincenzo, but he's very close to that. You know, so hopefully those antics and stuff like that stay at a minimum. And it's good that he's in Minnesota. And so let him be in Minnesota. We only got to see him twice. He's only going to come to the Garden one more time. You know, after this. You know, so let this be the end of that. I don't want to hear any more about Donte DiVincenzo. You know, so just scrolling down here, we got guys here that mean something to us here. This is Karl Anthony Towns. He's known as Cat. So to me, everybody's wondering, this is Chris Preseason here. He makes a post here that Josh Hart, tweeted here. He says, we need to get this straight before the season starts. What's Cat's official nickname? So listen, Cat's official nickname is Cat. Karl Anthony Towns is an acronym in itself. So, I know it's a kid thing. It took guys in their early 20s, even in their 30s now. They want, we got to get a nickname for Cat. You know what I'm saying? His name is freaking Karl Anthony Towns. That's number one. The acronym is his nickname. Cat. That's his nickname. But I get it. People want to have fun. Josh Hart is having fun with it. The big bodega. Come on, man. The big cat. Kit Kat. Really? I'm not calling no grown man Kit Kat, fam. The big meow, big purr. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So I mean, I'm trying to gatekeep with New York and stuff like that, but we're turning New Yorkers into clowns, man. To me, we're becoming clowns. So I mean, the big bodega, the big cat, the big. Why does that the on there? No, we used to call Patrick Ewing. We used to call him Pat. You know what I'm saying? We used to call Patrick Ewing big fella. Just big fella. That's it. The Hoya Destroyer, all that stuff. That's media stuff. But in New York, we call him Big Pat. You know what I'm saying? We just say Pat, Patrick Ewing, that's it. Why do we need the big bodega, the big cat, Kit Kat? Call him motherfucker Kit Kat? What is he, a stripper? The big meow? What's going on here? What's going on here? So I scrolled down here. I just thought it was funny, right? Somebody hit this guy, Robert Silverman. Shout out to Robert Silverman. I am following him. It says I'm following him here. 10,000 subscribers. What is he? A reporter. He posts all his publications there. Basically, like random publications there. But why don't we just call him Big Pussy? Right? Since we're going hard with the nicknames, call Karl Anthony Towns Big Pussy. Let's just throw it out there, right? You want to make a stupid nickname? There goes a stupid nickname for you. Listen, man, the fucking guy's name is Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not calling him Karl Anthony Towns. I hate names, guys that have three names, Cat is dope. Just call him Cat. If Big Cat, you call him Big Cat, just like we call Patrick and Big Pat. And just leave it at that. Kit Kat, never. The big bodega, never. Big purr, big meow. It's crazy, bro. So I mean, listen, I wish that we would keep it funky like how like the tradition of New York. Keep it funky, man. Call him by his name. I'm not calling nobody by no fucking nickname. He's not a fucking stripper. You know what I'm saying? So it just bugged out to me. What do you guys think about that? Let's see. I see Daniel Berry Sports in the place. Let me say what's up to you guys. You got Harlem CEO in the place. Look, I mean, you guys are from New York, man. Harlem CEO, I know it's Harlem all the way. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. To me, I don't get it. I'm like not attached to this culture here. That these young guys we call Oak because it's Oakley. He was strong. Oak. We call him Oak because it's short for Oakley. We didn't call him Big Oak or the Big Oak. You know what I'm saying? We didn't call him anything like that. We didn't call him Oakmeal or freaking Oakalicious or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? We call him Oak because his name was Oakley. We didn't call him like fashion glasses. We know his name is Oakley. His name is Charles Oakley. We didn't call him Chuck Oak, it's ridiculous to me. We call him Oak because his last name is Oakley. My last name is Ruiz, right? Or Ruiz, whatever you want to say. People call me Ru. That's my government name. People call me Ru. That's where Eru comes from. People think that Eru is my government name. No, it's an acronym also. It's just my government name chopped up into a thing. Ru. Ru is my last name. Ruiz is my last name. Ru is what people call me in real life. They call me Ru because my last name is Ruiz. They don't call me Sexual Chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand what the fuck this is about, man. Drives me crazy. We got to keep it funky. We from New York, man. We from New York. We need that's supposed to mean something, at least to me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it, man. Nick Live in the place to be Julian Bloom. Kit Kat is fucking wild, bro. I'm not calling nobody Kit Kat. I'm not calling no grown man Kit Kat, fam. Or delicious or anything like that. Or Big John, like call me Big D. I'm not calling you Big D, fam. What's your name? Derek? I'm calling you Derek, dude. Shit is crazy. But there's a dude in my job that he wants people to call him Peso. All right, fine. They call him Peso back in the days. He's not even Spanish, bro. He just wants to be called Peso. Like, shout out to Peso if you're watching, but I try not to call you that, man. Your name, I call you by your government name, fam. It's just crazy to me. I don't know, man. Shout out to Knicks Live in the place, DJ School. I mean, that really pisses me off, man. Like, I think everything I'm talking about tonight, this nickname shit, they really like fucking got me fucked up. The Big Punani, why not? Why not call him the Big Punani, the Big Poon, Big Poon? You know what I'm saying? Or the Big Chocha, since he's fucking Dominican, right? Lord have mercy. What the Big Caloque? You know, I don't fucking get it. Alley Cat. It's literally the talk of the town. What are we gonna call Carolina Towns? The big cat? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous to me, man. Shout out to Ralph in the place. Ralph is trying to get his podcast together, man. We've been coming up with little ideas, helping him out, or whatever. You got a lot of great ideas, man. But like I always tell Ralph, just rip the scab off and do something already, man. You've been like preparing for your pod for the longest time. Fucking just do this shit already. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ralph in the place. I'm always supporting Ralph. His name is Raphael. Supporting Raph, it is what it is. Bodega Cat is kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? People want to call him Bodega Cat. They can if he wants to, man. But I mean, what is he? Fucking reggae singer? Super Cat? Why don't we call him Super Cat? The Don Dada. Why don't we call him Don Dada? I mean, let's just move along here. Move along. But I'm really annoyed by it, man. So anyway, a lot of talking here. This is basically a quote here from Spike Lee. He was finally inducted to the Hall of Fame. So I think that was dope. Actually had Red Holzman's ring here. He bought it, I guess. He had this thing made. It says Brooklyn, has Spike Lee's name. Oh, that is a dope ring, man, for him and being inducted into the Hall of Fame as a fan, super fan, which I think is dope. I totally didn't do that, man. But let's do some Googling here on the side. Dick Barnett. Shout out to Dick Barnett. He was just inducted to the Hall of Fame. The motherfucker's 88 years old, man. They got him in there. I don't know if you can see this picture here. Let me see if I can open it up in another link here. So anyway, this is the official joint here. As you can see him here, I don't know if you guys can see him, but let me open up this image in a new tab here so I can see. Look at this, man. This guy is hanging on a string. I think just the love of basketball, the love of the game is keeping this guy alive, man. Look at him. He's here on the right-hand side. We also got Earl of Pearl on the side too. They give Earl of Pearl a lot of credit, but Earl of Pearl didn't win the first championship with the Knicks. He only won one. So Earl of Pearl wasn't even like on the team when he won the first championship. So Dick Barnett was the starting shooting guard next to Clyde Frazier when they won the first championship. This guy Earl of Pearl didn't make it on a team until the second championship. Dick Barnett was already at the end of his career by the time Pearl came along. But Dick Barnett was the starting shooting guard for the Knicks when we won the championship. I just got to say that. But anyway, 88 years old. They wait till this guy is like basically shriveled. Look at he's like shriveled. What kind of wheelchair is this too, man? They got this guy laying down in this deep wheelchair here. My goodness, man. But I mean, God bless him. Look at the jacket. The jacket is dope. I need me an orange sports jacket. And then he had the hat to match too. Whoever put his fit together, man, is awesome, bro. Whoever put that fit together. Really dope look there. I love the tie, the purple tie with the the contrast with the orange and also like the black and orange hat. Perfect mix there, with the blue slacks, man. He's freaking styling, man. Look at this, man. So I mean, I'm so happy for him that he was able to get it. He's able to be alive. He was in there doing the shot too from a seat. If you can make it out, because he's old as shit, man. 88 years old. Like, God bless Dick Barnett. So I'm glad that he was able to make it. To see it. I mean, it's amazing, man. This life is so short. You want to talk about 1972? Was the last time the Knicks won a championship. 1970, was the year that the Knicks won their first one. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, 1970 seems so far away for young people, right? But it really isn't. You're talking about 50-something years ago. That's not that long ago. Your parents are older than 50. Some people's grandparents are older than 50, right? So you could touch and talk to people that were alive and young during this time period. So it wasn't that far. Before you blink, you'll be 50-something years old, and people will be talking about your old ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird. Life is weird like that, man. So God bless Dick Barnett for finally being acknowledged, for his contributions to basketball, period. Because outside of the Knicks, he also contributed in college and stuff like that. A lot of different things, segregation and stuff. Being like a what do you call a pioneer in basketball. Dick Barnett is part of all of that, man. So God bless him and his family. And just God bless the Knicks and just fans that they're even be able to talk about basketball. That I have another day on this earth to do what I want to do. And I'm doing that now. And God bless. I mean, just God bless all you guys, man. That we able to sit here and talk shit about the Knicks and just enjoy life, man. Because life is very short. Life is long, but it's short, fam. You know what I'm saying? Life seems long, but it's really short. Like just keep it a buck. You're legit gonna be young from, like, say you're a young adult from 21, I guess, right? Say 18, say 20, just to round it off. 20, and then before you know it, like say like 60. People are still doing young shit at 60. So you're talking about 40 years you have on this earth, to legit be young. It's not a long time, man. That shit flies by. You know what I'm saying? Your 20s is only 10 years. It goes by so fast. Next thing you know, you're in your 30s. The people in the 20s start looking at you funny. Once you get to the 40s, the 30-year-olds start looking at the 40-year-olds funny. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just, once you, I mean, just you gotta appreciate life, most definitely. So anyway, let's keep it moving here. We got some Nick news. Before we get into the whole nitty gritty of the stuff, the NBA is going to ban cell phones again. So this is an existing rule here. So everybody's job, we have rules and regulations at your job. Every once in a while, they have bulletins and stuff that they point out. So this actually was a rule. You know what I'm saying? Just like this cell phone rule for the NBA was actually a rule. So they just haven't been enforcing it. Now they're going to be enforcing it, and they probably like modified it for the times, but they got to start enforcing it because of things like this. I know this guy, I told you I wasn't gonna talk about him, but he's not actually with the team or anything like that. But my thing is like this guy should not be allowed to post anything, man. I mean, I am so sick of this guy. I'm not gonna mention his name, but I mean, he just posts things that are cryptic that make you think about it. He's doing it on purpose, fam. And I really can't take it anymore. And people love this guy. I just don't get it, man. I'm tired of him. I'm about to I'm about to unfollow him, and I'm gonna block his name on Twitter so I don't have to see it anymore. I'm just really tired of this dude. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just keep it moving. This is the actual topic of conversation today, man. Did we just see our 10-man rotation here with the Knicks last night in Game 3 of the preseason? So just the contrast with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they actually were playing to win yesterday. They were basically playing their rotation. Julius Randle didn't play, but they basically had a tight rotation until the fourth quarter. Say about like halfway through the fourth quarter, they started playing their bottom of the bench rookie guys. But the Knicks bottom of the bench guys are actually in the rotation. They're rotational players. We basically play 10 dudes. So what do you guys think about Precious? What do you guys think about Jericho? What do you guys think about Deuce, Shamit, and Campaign? So between these five guys, everybody has an opinion about somebody that they think should be in this rotation. Two players in particular is Campaign and Jericho Sims. We'll talk about this more as we go along here. But I think, just judging by what we see and not what we think, and not the imagination watching the fucking game, using your imagination, the imagination with freaking SpongeBob with the rainbow, imagination, you watch the game with your own eyes and saw how things go. I think Precious is a good option coming off the bench at the forwards, power forward. I think Jericho Sims, I thought it's been playing a good center. He makes a couple mistakes. Precious makes mistakes too. That's why they're bench players. But I thought the minutes that these guys give, especially playing perimeter defense, I think Precious and Jericho play really good perimeter defense. As far as rebounding, I think Jericho Sims has now become a force on rebounding. And when he jumps up there, nobody can get around him. Nobody can fight with him for rebounds. Jericho boxes out wonderfully. Now he's getting into passing lanes a little good. He sets screens wonderfully. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to be like a good player now. He can get the rebound. He can bring the ball up the court with no problem. Precious the same way. He can get the ball and bring the ball up the court if need be. You know what I'm saying? Passing out, once he gets the ball, he's able to make passes to find an open man. So before, Jericho Sims is always like a step slow trying to find out where his guys are. But now when he gets the ball, he knows the guy, somebody's on this angle, somebody's on that angle. He knows where the guys are. So he's making good moves here as far as moving the ball. Precious as well. So if I can critique Precious, his hand sometimes is a little jacked up. He's not paying attention. Precious gets caught not paying attention often when that ball is rotating around. Sometimes he's slow to react, but then at other times he slashes and he's like a ninja out there, tiptoeing in the lane, being able to finish and things like that. He's very weak. Guys are pushing Precious off the block, off his square often. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, the finesse about him, the defense that he brings to the table, his ability to not really, I mean, rebounding wise, I think Precious is pretty soft rebounding wise. But just for the fact that he's like lanky and that type of thing, he's able to get to rebounds with his athleticism. So I think he brings that to the table. As far as like I said, as far as Jericho, He brings a power to the game that I really like, man. Him as far as creating his own shot and getting the ball in the post, we're not going to see that with this team. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we've become not a finesse team, but we've become a read and react team where we're not going to be setting guys up in the post unless they're cat, unless they're some of our starters. You'll see them in the post, but nobody's going to be particularly featured in the post this year at all. So and I think that's a good thing. Everybody keeps saying they want to see the ball move. The ball's not going to move if somebody's backing down guys, for like half the shot clock. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to work. If you want the ball to move. So I think everything is going to work here with this particular group when it comes to Jericho and Precious there. As far as the backcourt, I'm looking at somebody said the surprise of the preseason has been Hakporti. So I saw somebody say that. Another surprise people said is Tyler Kolek, which is probably true. Tyler Kolek probably deserves to play. But if you want to talk about veterans, guys that have been in the NBA, and not for nothing, Shamit has been the surprise of this preseason. I thought Shamit's been playing excellent basketball, man. As far as him getting rebounds, getting to the basket, playing defense, people were calling him Fournier. First of all, they were saying that Shamit, was like a curse or whatever, but he's not been nothing but a joy to watch. Really good basketball player, man. Defense wise, getting out on steals, playing good defense, being physical out there, not being afraid to be in the mix in the paint, getting rebounds and blocking shots. He actually blocked a couple shots in the preseason, or at least tried to defend. Somebody tried to master blast on him last night. I think it was Naz Reid, and he went up and blocked it. He went up there and prevented the dunk at the rim. So this guy Shamit could play really good defense and offense. It looks like he always runs up the court with his head up. He makes good decisions with the ball. And then I love him when he comes off of screens. He plants that foot, baby, and gets that shot up so effortlessly, man. I am really impressed with Shamit. Another player that I'm pleasantly surprised with too by seeing him often now is Cameron Payne. You want to talk about backup point guard, this legit backup point guard in this NBA? This guy could I would not be upset if we had to use Cameron Payne to start. Let's say if Brunson got hurt or something like that, or just needed a day off. Cameron Payne could hold down the starting point guard spot with no problem, dude. And the one thing that Cameron Payne does as far as his I think his like well, his main thing is keeping the energy, bro. The energy. Every time somebody makes a good play, he got the energy up on the bench. He's got the bench jumping up and excited. So he uplifts his teammates. That's the main thing that a point guard needs to do. You need to be able to uplift your teammates. Do what you need to do to keep the guys' energy up. Another thing too, man, him going downhill, into the paint. That floater, Cameron Payne's floater is elite. Going to the basket on either side, man. Him he plays on an angle, so that awkward jump shot that he has, it works for him getting to the basket, and it works for him stepping back, to get that step back jump shot. It's an ugly looking jump shot, but the way that he plays, it looks smooth when he plays. That 3-point shot is elite in this NBA. Good 3-point shot. And like I said, him driving to the basket, making floaters is excellent. The alley-oop action is there, for him throwing alley-oops to these guys, Precious and Jericho. So the alley-oop action is there. Him making interior passes is there. Him being aware and knowing where guys are, the shooters are at all times. I think Cameron Payne is playing an excellent point guard for the Knicks right now. So you want to talk about the backcourt, Cameron Payne and Shamit. I think both of these guys can start for us if we needed them to. But through injury. If somebody needed to start, I would not blink an eye to start Cameron Payne and Shamit if need be. If we needed to start either player. So after I said that, the main guy here is Deuce. That's why I got him in the middle there. Deuce, I said it in the summertime when he was doing his workouts and stuff. I love his trainer. His trainer was trying to get him to attack the basket. A lot of counter moves going to the basket, because his game before that was everything was a step back. Everything step back, step back. I'll do a move, and then everything is a step back. Now this guy is attacking like he's crazy, and I love it. I love the evolution of McBride's game. They're talking about Josh Hart. That Josh Hart hasn't been able to contribute to the starting lineup. But people are only looking at the scoring. I think Josh Hart is a great glue guy for the top 5 that we have there. So Josh Hart can stay where he is. Josh Hart will find the scoring. He'll be able to do what he does. I think Josh Hart's been doing a good job of finding guys running up the court. That's one more thing I would like to bring up before we get up out of here. But Deuce McBride, I like his mix between Shamit, Deuce, and Cam. I think those 3 guys, they play really well together. For only to be game 3 in the preseason, the chemistry of these 3 guys has been impeccable, man. So I really appreciate what I see with those 3 guys. That's why I got them in the middle there. It's a triangle with campaign, you got Shamit, and Deuce McBride. That is the triangle that we have coming off the bench, man. I just think it's fantastic. And but between Jericho Sims being the glue guy, off the bench there, along with Precious there, between the two of those 2 guys, as long as they handle their positions as far as the center and the power forward is concerned, let these 3 guys cook as far as Shamit, Cameron Payne, and McBride off the bench, and I think we'll be fine. I think when these guys come in, we will not lose a beat when it comes to this offense here. And then as the time goes on, Tom Thibodeau rotates the guys in and out. I think we need to keep it at the 10-man rotation. I loved what I saw. I love what I saw. Brunson and these guys will do their thing, but I don't think we're gonna win by forcing OG to be Julius. We got rid of Julius for a fucking reason, so we don't need to get to force feed OG and force him to shoot. Same thing with Mikal Bridges. We got Mikal Bridges here, not so he can get 30 shots to be the third option or be the second option. Mikal Bridges is here to do what he does. I love what Mikal Bridges has been doing, guys. I don't know if you noticed. Every time we get a rebound, Mikal Bridges releases. So he's been getting a lot of chippy dunks and stuff like that, and layups in the fast break. Because this is the game plan for the Knicks. These outbreak layups and stuff like that. And I think Mikal Bridges is going to eat all season with that. Corner threes and stuff like that, trailing threes he's been getting to. So these are different things that fall right into his game. And I think he's going to eat too. OG as well. OG's been getting a lot of these fast break drives on full court drives, to the basket, cuts and stuff like that, coming around screens, going downhill to the cup and stuff. So I believe that the system that we have in place, that Tom Thibodeau has always been about read and react. But I think the personnel that we have right now with this particular club under Tom Thibodeau, I think people don't understand how good of a team that we are, man. We are a really good basketball team, and like people are looking for things that we had back last year, stuff that people complaining about. People seem to want it back, But right now, I think we have evolved to a situation where this Knicks team is really going to come out, and it's going to be incredible. So I'll continue on with that conversation as time goes on too. But I meant to show some stats and stuff and whatever here, and show video and stuff. But I think I talked it out pretty much here. Just looking at the starting lineup, I'm looking at the minutes distribution. 28 minutes for OG, 25 for Josh, 29 for Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal got 29, Brunson got 24. Just look at the production. Brunson still got 24 points in 24 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 6 assists. He got a full game's worth of stats. I know it's preseason, but he got a full game worth of stats in 24 minutes. Look at Mikal Bridges with 15 points there in 29. He basically got a full game's worth of stats in 15 minutes. This has to do with the Knicks' pace also, guys. The Knicks' pace is up right now. I don't have a stopwatch, but watching the game, we're definitely moving really fast, man, up and down this court. Karl Anthony Towns did barely played 30 minutes, 29 minutes, and had 16 and 16. People keep talking about his rim protection because people are thinking about Mitch Robinson. They're thinking about the old shit. They're thinking about old stuff. This is not the old Knicks. This is our Knicks. This is the Knicks. The Knicks that you're looking at on the screen there. We beat Minnesota not because we had rim protection. We beat them because we're a better team than them. And I think people need to forget the past already. Josh Hart did not score, did not take a shot, but still got 4 rebounds, still got 3 assists. I thought that he was a glue guy out there. I think that, people talk about, he did more than what his stats show. I think Josh Hart is one of those guys. He did more than what his stats showed out there. And I think Josh Hart is valuable to this starting lineup here. As far as OG, people automatically talk, oh man, I can see OG averaging 20 points per game. Your mind is not in the right place to me. In my opinion, your mind is not in the right place. OG with 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. That's basically what he probably will be averaging, because that's what he has averaged in his career. Basically 5 rebounds per game. So getting them up to 6, or maybe 7, he should be able to do that, because that's the role now, him playing power forward. But him getting 19 points with the 3-point shot, look, 3 for 8 from 3, free throws, perfect from the free throws. So about 13 shots per game. You know what I'm saying? Within the flow of the offense, everybody, if you look at all the starters, everybody got at least like 11 to 13 shots per game. We have a lot of guys that can shoot it. So if Josh Hart sacrifices and doesn't take those shots and just plays as the glue guy, then we'll be able to eat and we'll still be able to win games. Everybody shouldn't get 15 shots per game. We're not that team. We're not a top heavy team where we need to give guys, run plays for guys. And people need to get that out of their heads. Get that out of their heads. This is how we're going to win. We're going to win playing team basketball, bro. So that's just the starters. So back to the rotational guys here that I've been talking about here. We're talking about Miles McBride and Landry. Look at the minutes. 23, 22. Campaign got 20. Precious had 20. Jericho Sims had 12, as he should. But Jericho Sims ended up getting fouled out. That's why you see Hawk Porty there. We'll talk about Hawk Porty briefly. But this bench lineup, like I said, rebounding wise, Precious and Sims both 7 and 5 rebounds apiece. Jericho Sims didn't score, didn't attempt a shot because he's doing his job. His job is not to score, not to get 15 shots per game and score on the inside. That's not his game. We're not going to set him up on the inside to score inside. But he's active down there. He's been a part of the game a lot on the offense. Same thing with Precious. He'll be able to score here and there. 2 for 5, no free throws, no 3-point shots today. But 5 rebounds. He's doing his job. He's being available, running the floor, playing defense, and doing what he needs to do to open up the floor for our top perimeter guys off the bench. 3-point shooting, 2 for 7, 2 for 8, 1 for 3 for Cameron Payne. We have really good 3-point shooting between the 3 of those guys. 11 shots, 10 to 11 shots between the 3 of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Each. Free throws, these guys are getting to the free throw line. So I mean, it's incredible, man. These guys are good. As far as passing, all 3 guys got 3 assists off the bench. That's fantastic. Rebounding, they've been helping out with the rebounds as well. 2 rebounds off the bench there. Steals, they've been contributing steals. Like I said, blocks. Landry Shamet had 2 steals and a block in the last game. Like I said, he blocked Naz Reid at the rim, to prevent a shot there. So I mean, we have a really good perimeter. I mean, I'm excited. I'm like drooling because we've been begging for a championship team, and people still want to bring that old thing back. They want to have a rim protector. All the guys want to talk about in all my group chats is rim protector, rim protector. What are you talking about? Carl-Anthony Towns needs to get in the post. But you're escaping the fact of how we're winning these games, how this game works for these Knicks, man. I just think that people are just missing the point, man. All right, so I mean that's a good segue. Missing the point. Here goes the guy that everybody's crying about here. That Tyler Kolek should play. Cameron Payne should get up out of his old ass. Only a 1-year contract. For Cameron Payne and these guys, man. Tyler Kolek is the future. He needs to play. So I mean, guys are already adding shit to this thing that doesn't need to be there. Tyler Kolek is a young boy. He can play. You know what I'm saying? But his time will come. If the Knicks feel like they need to make a move and make a trade or whatever, Tyler Kolek will be a part of it. Possibly either leaving this team or possibly getting upgraded to become a starter. So what's Tyler Kolek? Is he going to play minutes over Brunson? Is that what we're talking about here? I just don't understand. I just don't understand the argument here with Tyler Kolek. Yes, he's a good player. Yes, he's really good. But just because he's really good doesn't mean that everybody else should piss off just because we want this guy to play. The most important thing right now is for the Knicks to win the championship. Will Tyler Kolek get his moment this season? Absolutely. When Tom Thibodeau calls his number, will he be ready? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is right now is not to put this pressure on the fan base and with the conversation. I do not want to talk about Tyler Kolek all year long while Cameron Payne is averaging 10 points per game and 4 assists off the bench. I don't want to keep talking about Tyler Kolek while Cameron Payne is playing well. We need to get behind Cameron Payne because he's been playing fantastic. We need to get behind Cameron Payne, not push him down. He's been playing great off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So just because we want this kid to play does not mean that we should piss all over Cameron Payne. That's not fair. So I'm gonna stop making fun of the way he looks. He's a weird looking dude, whatever. So I'm not gonna be making fun of the way he looks because that's just attributing to the narrative around him. That guy could really play the point guard spot. So Cameron Payne, all power to him. He's our backup point guard. I'm okay with it. He's playing really good right now. Great chemistry between Miles McBride, Cam, and Shamet. Leave it alone. So like I said, Tyler Kolek got to wait his turn, bro. And it might not be on his team. It might be on another team. So speaking of narratives, I gotta give props to State, man. I gotta give props also to Tony Crow also. Shout out to Tony Crow. Tony Crow hit me up. He just did a pod like an hour ago. I saw and then he just hit me up because he saw my notification that I was gonna go live, which people are full of shit because people say, damn, son, I never see when you go live. Yeah, I get a notification when I go live. You know what I'm saying? I get a notification because I follow my own self on one of my other accounts. So I get a notification every time I go live. You know what I'm saying? So if you subscribe to the podcast, you should get a notification. You don't have to have the bell. You should get a notification when I go live because I get notifications when a lot of people go live. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, shout out to State. Shout out to Tony Crow too with Knicks and Bruises also. But I just showing State because State with the coke and stuff. One thing about State, like you guys know, people because the reason why I keep bringing up State because State used to be on the pod a lot. We used to do pods together. We did almost 100 podcasts just being him together, man. So thank you for the support for for this channel. Also for everything that he's been doing on Twitter. He's like State is like the master of Twitter, and he's also got his YouTube channel popping also, man. So shout out to State. But State man, he can never be wrong, and he's always right, even when he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So he posted something here about about the Knicks not drafting well. So, but he deleted that conveniently. He deleted that, but he did say something about that's the only reason why I'm showing it. But he's bringing up Ryan Dunn here that the Knicks should have drafted Ryan Dunn instead of Pacome. Maybe I guess that's the issue. But how do we miss the draft four drafts in a row if we got Tyler Kolek? We legit got Tyler Kolek on the roster, man. So how do we miss the draft? You talking about IQ? IQ was drafted by the Knicks, man. Shout out to RJ. RJ was drafted by the Knicks. We have quite a few players that we've drafted. Like Miles McBride. Miles McBride is a really good player that we drafted. So we did draft quite a few players, man. So the argument that the Knicks don't draft well, we keep missing up the last 4 years is just inaccurate, man. The Knicks have pissed away a lot of draft picks though. Whatever. But even though we pissed away draft picks, we still managed to still hold on to some young guys. Every single year, we can't have another project. Sometimes we have to let the guys breathe. Let some of the guys that we picked up breathe. You know what I'm saying? So like, Tyler Kohler will get his chance to breathe one day. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But we have to wait and see about that. This is something else that I want to say about him. But anyway, just showing love to my guy State. State is my dude. Everybody knows that. So I always will show love to State forever. Because people always talking shit about him and whatever, but he deserves it. State does deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But he is a really good content creator. Same thing with Tony Crow. Let me show love to Tony Crow as I'm talking about him. It might be on the Knicks and Bruises, right? Let me just do Knicks and Bruises. So shout out to MBK, Knicks and Bruises. So I mean this is like crazy now. So here we go. Hopefully it pops up here. So there goes Knicks and Bruises, Tony Crow. So shout out to Tony Crow also, man, puts out good content, if you want to see like back and forth between two people, like Tony Crow usually has a guest. Sometimes he has a panel, with a bunch of guys on there. If you want the panel stuff, go to Tony Crow. Tony Crow's a scientist when he does stuff. So people do things the way they do. I have my own style. Tony has his own style too. So on this channel too, MBK, like I said, I'm affiliated with MBK, so you'll be seeing these guys on the channel from time to time, man. And you'll see me on their channels as well. Before we go here, this is one thing that kind of like bugged me out. Jaden McDaniels actually played in the last game. He started for Minnesota, but Minnesota traded him. Minnesota traded him and a second round pick to the San Antonio, but San Antonio picked him up and waived him. So this guy is a 6'9". He doesn't have much weight on him, but the dude broke his hand because he got too excited from losing. I guess he broke his hand or whatever. But he plays good defense. Definitely a young guy, only 24 years old. He's trying to figure himself out. Average double figures in the NBA already. The last 2 seasons is 12 points per game, 10 points per game there. Really good 3-point shooter, 39% last year. Doesn't rebound well at 3.9, but plays good defense. His steals are up, and his blocks are pretty decent also. So he's a really good basketball player. So this guy is dangling on the earth right now. And if the Knicks didn't have adequate bench, he would be a guy that I'll be looking to add to this team, man. He's really good. So I don't know who's going to pick him up. If a contender picks him up, they're going to have a good player here for free, basically. So shout out to Jaden McDaniels, young boy, trying to find himself in the NBA. But I don't know if he's hurt or if he's having off the court problems or something like that. But this kid is definitely worth taking a look at here. But taking a look at this again, just talking to about Dick Barnett and Earl Pearl also scrolling up here to Bill Bradley in the middle there, Bill Bradley, Dollar Bill. This is the tradition of the Knicks. So if I could do this here, New York Knicks championships. So this is the New York Knicks championships here. So I mean, just to look at some pictures here. One thing about these old Knicks here, championship Knicks, there's a lot of pictures here where the people made with Brunson holding the championship from NBA 2K and stuff like that. But this is the original championship club here. If I can post this here, there's a point to what I'm saying. The current Knicks with the ball movement and the way that we've been playing defense, running up the court, going really fast and stuff like that. This is the tradition of the Knicks. Look at Dick Barnett on the left when he was young and vibrant there. You know what I'm saying? Look at Clyde Frazier. Look at Dollar Bill when he was young. You got Dave DeBusschere here. You know, just go down the line to all our championship teams. We had a team that back then that can go 10 deep, and we did go 10 deep. One thing about the Knicks that's really cool during this time period is that we played defense and we pushed the ball up the court without even dribbling. I don't have it queued up, but there's a video circulating about when the Knicks did that. They caught the rebound. Next thing you know, the ball moved to Josh Hart. Josh Hart threw it up. I think Mikal Bridges caught it and made a layup. Nobody put the ball on the floor. The ball just moved. And I think that's going to happen often. And I mentioned this so many times on this channel throughout the years that the Knicks have a tradition of winning. We won our 2 championships being unselfish and playing defense. And nobody was really like in the post. Like, you wasn't just giving say Willis Reed the ball in the post. They didn't play that way. You didn't give Dave DeBusschere the ball in the post. The Knicks did not play that way. The Knicks had a bunch of jump shooters and a lot of guys that were perimeter defenders that could really lock down on defense. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about rim protectors? Willis Reed was only 6'9". Maybe he averaged a block or 2 blocks per game, maybe. But he was at the end of his career. He had busted legs. He wasn't the same Willis Reed at that time when they won championships. So they didn't have an avid shot blocker. I think Phil Jackson might have been our shot blocker off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the tradition of the Knicks is playing really good perimeter defense, getting out and getting these steals and pushing the fast break, with the crowd yelling defense, defense, getting on the fast break, barely putting the ball on the floor and getting fast break layups, moving the ball, finding the open man, backdoor cuts around screens and stuff like that, shooting the jump shots, open jump shots. That's the tradition of New York basketball. So right now, the Knicks have the perfect team to emulate everything that we did back then for our championship years. And for us, for it to happen now so beautifully, I just think, and Tom Thibodeau and Red Holzman are very similar. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is history repeating himself. And I've been saying this a lot on my channel too, man. If you don't know the past, you're doomed to repeat. You're doomed to repeat the negative shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you know your history, then you're not surprised about what you're seeing out there. So I have to say that right now. I believe the Knicks are on the way right now. And if you're still complaining about, we need to get this guy in the post and this, and then maybe we should have just kept Julius. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should have kept Julius, or maybe we should have just kept. We want bully ball. Maybe we should have just kept the 5 power forwards before that everybody's complaining about. We need to play better defense out there. Maybe we should have just kept Elfrid Payton and stuff like that. And people are asking for shit that we didn't want before. Now we actually have everything that we need to do what we got to do, and people still find something to complain about. I'm over it. I'm over it, all the complaining. Right now, guys, we are in championship mode, and we should act accordingly, man. And that is what it is there. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. I'm trying to get this done quick, because your boy's been losing weight. I know you saw that. What time is it now? Your boy's been losing weight. So I've been dropping weight. Still trying to keep the strength up, the muscle going here. Right now I'm at 25 pounds. I lost 25 pounds so far, guys. So that number's going down. I'm hoping to get for opening night. I don't know if I'll be able to get in the building. We'll see. But for opening night, around when the season starts, I'm trying to get down to 230 something. I know it's only a couple weeks, but I'm at 240 now. I'm trying to get to 235. In a couple weeks, I'm really going hard. Getting my protein up and stuff like that, taking care of business. So if I can get to 235, man, I'll be so fucking happy, man. I would love to do a giveaway, but I would love you guys to get the thumbs up right now, get the subscribers up, because like I said, I've been telling you guys, I have so many giveaways right now. I have this I would love to give away. This is a Funko Pop here with Ewing and John Starks. Funko Pop. I got my Rick Brunson Funko Pop here I would like to give away. I have a few of those I would like to give away. So I have them in the stash here. Got a few of them. Also, too, man, shout out to Big Nick Energy. Big Nick Energy told me to make a post. They didn't even like it or share it or anything. But anyway, I have this here from them here of the NBA 2K. I don't have a PS5. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it for Christmas. But I'm thinking about giving that away also, So I'm thinking that if I can get to 235, and once I get to 235, if I can get to 3,000 subscribers, guys, then I'll give this away also, the MBK excuse me, the not NBK, the NBA 2K25 for PS5. I'll give this away too. You know what I'm saying? So you guys see it. I got it on my desk, and I'll be willing to give that to somebody too if I can get to 3,000 subscribers. I'll do a giveaway show. If you guys are interested in that, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done so yet, please hit the subscribe button. We'll have a big a giveaway show when that happens, and it is what it is when it comes to that. So another thing too, man. I know the ladies told me to do this before. Let me get my Instagram up. Everybody's gonna see what's going on here. But Knicks Omni fan, here they go, right on cue. Right, my first thing that I see on the screen, Knicks Omni fan, they have a giveaway also right at the moment. Jericho Sims is actually is going to be at Mustang Harry's on 34th Street. That's going to be October 19th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. So if anybody's interested in this, please hit up these young ladies here from Knicks Omni fan. I have some links here on the side that I'm trying to get up. In the meantime, just some discount codes and stuff for this. So I'll post this in the chat right now. Just give me a second because I should have had it queued up. But like I tell you guys, I'm always coming in hot on this podcast, and I usually be setting up this podcast. I'm always setting up this podcast, on the fly. You know what I'm saying? As I'm driving and stuff like that, man. So I definitely apologize for the way that I do things, but there's no other way. There's no other way for me to do it. So right now, this is the actual discount code here. So I'll post it here. So if anybody's interested in seeing Jericho Sims, they have different tiers and stuff here. So there's a discount already added to it. But if you do discount code diehard10, you get an extra 10% on top of this. If I'm not mistaken, this is what they told me. So use diehard10, and you'll be able to get an extra discount as well, along with what you see here on the screen here. So it's a meet and greet, VIP meet and greet where you can actually talk to him and do whatever, take pictures, get things signed and that type of thing at Mustang Harry's, October 19th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Mustang Harry's. Once again, this is a Knicks Omni fan event. These are my ladies here. They always show love and stuff like that. Every time I see them, I always show love to them. They've been on this channel a couple times, so you can Google Die Hard Knicks and Knicks Omni fan. You can listen to some of the interviews that we had here. A lot of energy with these girls. So it's good to support them. They're trying to get the room filled in there for the event to make Jericho Sims feel wanted. Because remember, he didn't feel wanted or whatever. And people always talking shit about Jericho. They don't want him to play. They want Hot Cordy to play. They don't want Jericho to play now. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think Jericho finally made it to the point where he can be successful with the Knicks right now. And I just think it's good for him. And I think the fans should come out and support this here. If you can afford it, whatever. I will not be at this event because I gotta work. I can't take off work. I gotta work on Saturday. That's my money day. So I gotta work Saturday. So I will not be there. But October 9th on a Saturday, October 19th. If you guys are interested, please check this out. Like I said, link us in the chat right now. And also support Knicks Omni fan. Also, this is the Instagram page. You can check them out there. Let me see if I have anything else here that I, from this page here that I would like to show. But I think that's about it. Like I said, the discount code is there. DieHard10. The link is there. They will give you a discount right away. This in the chat. And please support content creators, man. Support Jericho Sims in this event, and we can keep moving there, man. So like I said, once I get to 3,000 subscribers, guys, I'll do a major giveaway. Just me. Whatever I have here, I'll do a major giveaway just to give back to you guys. And just thanking you guys for the continued support with this channel. Like I said, I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. I have things that I had to do today. The kids had doctor's appointments, and I had other stuff that I had to do that I can't do during the week. So we all took care of a bunch of stuff today. As I was coming home today, I'm in the car driving with my family. I'm actually putting this together. Where is it at? Putting this together, while I'm driving, cutting and cutting pictures up and all kind of stuff. And I put this together while I'm driving my kids around. You know what I'm saying? My wife and my kids, you know what I'm saying? So I'm risking my life driving, making memes and thumbnails and shit just to go live, for you guys at 7:00. So anyway, definitely appreciate you guys for supporting this podcast. Please support Knicks Omni fan. Once again, please support State and stuff that he's doing. Please support, Tony Kroll, what he's doing, MBK. Also, too, I don't know if we're gonna if this is something that should be announced yet. But I'm gonna be doing something with what do you call Nick of Time show. So shout out to Jay Ellis and Ebony and the guys that they have over there. We're gonna be doing something with the Knicks of Time show coming up soon, man. So I'm not sure if I should have said that, but according to everyone else, I'm a small podcast and nobody's watching. You know what I'm saying? But we will be doing something with them. And since we're doing that, maybe we might see some of those guys on this channel in the back to back also, man. So this is all love. Like I said, MBK all day with this show. Shout out to the Nick of Time show. We'll start to get to know each other on that side also. Quite a few other people too. I'm affiliated with this podcast and stuff, man. But like I said, we all connected in some kind of way, and it's just a beautiful thing for these Knicks here. So anyway, I catch you guys soon. Once again, it's Die Hard Knicks podcast. Before we get up out of here, hit that 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb, salute. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe on the way out. And I'll catch you guys soon, man. So enjoy your night. I haven't been I've been talking so much. Shout out to I forgot who said it, man, but shout out to all you guys here that that watch, man. I talk a lot. I know there was a super chat somewhere. Here goes a super chat. This is Mike K. Sorry for waiting so long to get that super chat, man. But you know how I get when I get crazy with the lyrics here. He says, Die Hard, what are the Knicks missing? I don't think they're missing anything. As far as additions, we kind of do need somebody that's more forceful scoring wise and on the inside coming off the bench. I really don't want to break up the starting lineup. It's possible for us to do that, break the starting lineup up. But who do we bring in here to play power forward for us? Because there are no power forwards in the NBA. Like, unless you're talking about an all-star power forward. I don't think the Knicks need to get an all-star caliber player. We're talking about like what's his name? Laurie Markkinen. Guys keep talking about guys like that. I don't think we're in a market for any of those guys. I mentioned John Collins. He's not an all-star, but the guy can score. He's a real power forward, so I would like somebody a little bit more forceful like that, with the Knicks. But Precious is as close as you're gonna get to that. And Jericho Sims, I enjoy what he's been doing, because like I said, we're not gonna be relying on him to be Patrick Ewing out there. He just needs to be, Chris Dudley for us, basically. You know what I'm saying? If he can do that, then that's fine for me. We don't really need much other than that, so it is what it is. So, I mean, shout out to a lot of guys here. I mean, before we get out of here, just make sure I click you guys on the screen to let you know as I see you. Here goes Chris Connors here. He says, I highly disagree about something. Not their job to score. That's not going to cut it against teams like Celtics. So we're talking about Precious and Jericho Sims there with the scoring, if I'm not mistaken, right? And Josh Hart is not going to cut it with the Celtics. So the Celtics are top heavy with their scoring. It's basically their starting lineup. Everybody else is a bunch of guys that you don't even know, that you didn't know before last season. So all those guys can put the ball in the basket and shoot the three and that type of thing. But we're not talking about featuring guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Precious and Josh Hart and Jericho Sims are not going to be featured. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I don't want to have a conversation about that. These are glue guys, role players and stuff. So, nobody's worrying about any of Boston's role players doing anything. Can Jericho Sims get up on those alley-oops and hit a perimeter jump shot? Yeah. Can Precious drop 20 out of nowhere? Yeah, he could do that too. Can Josh Hart get 20 out of nowhere? Yes, he can. But the thing is, when we're playing team basketball, is not their role on this team to get 20. You know what I'm saying? So, it is without it goes without saying there. Building blocks is in the place. Robert Torres is in the place. He says, the significant change from summer is Precious is no longer available. No longer available for what? For trade. Okay, he's no longer available for trade because of the signings and stuff like that. I think after the trade deadline, he'll be available. So, that's kind of out of the question there, I guess. We just have to keep thinking about that as time goes on to confirm it. So here goes something that he does agree with. This is Mr. Chris Connors. He says, I agree with that. He said Tyler has the more extensive contract, though. Tyler will be on the team 3 to 4 years. Campaign only has 1 year. But yeah, so I mean, it could be just 1 year, but Cameron Payne's been playing well. He's been playing well enough. So he'll play now. If something happens where we need to trade Campaign, of course, if he's a part of that deal, then let him go. Because we have Tyler Kolek, and we know that he can contribute. Scrolling down, you guys are definitely contributing. So I'm just trying to show love to you guys. If I don't put you on the screen, just know that I appreciate you. Jaden McDaniels, yes. So I do have it on the screen. So I said it wrong. Where is it at? I said it wrong, but it's Jaden McDaniels. There you go. So put this back up here just for whatever. Shout out to Trappy Ryan. He does the theme song for the channel. You'll be hearing the theme song in a second. Scrolling down, Tony Crow in the place. Once again, I gave him some love. Cream Grand in the place. Geraldine, as always. Once again, here goes the link, guys. If anybody wants to get involved with this thing, this is an official link here. Click this link, you get an immediate discount. Plus, also use DieHard10 to get an extra discount. I think that discount also works. DieHard10. Check that out. And without further ado, let's get up out of here. Terrence Mosley in the place. Let's get up out of here. I'll see you guys next time. 4 fingers of four, taking a thumb salute. See you later. Enjoy the outro. Peace.
Eru, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back.